Well, good morning, you guys. Happy Friday. I'm starting up my weekend vlogs again, and I'm pretty much going to keep them just to book-related things unless you leave me comments down below. If there are other things that you would like me to share about my weekends, usually they're not very exciting, especially during these times. But if there's anything you want to know about, just leave me, like I said, leave me comments down below in this vlog. But anyways, enough of all that. This is Friday. This is a working from home, so I won't get as much reading done today because I will be teaching online from home, and you might also see Nick's in frame as well. So we're just playing with angles and seeing what I'm liking and what I'm not. But anyways, enough of this rambly introduction to my reading vlog for this weekend. There are 2 arcs I have to get read this weekend. I'm almost halfway through with both of them. And you also hear Jester and his nails on the hardwood floors, so that's who that is walking around. But anyways, so let's get to the books. This is why you are here. Okay? So the first one, hopefully, there we go. It's doing its rotating things. Hopefully you'll be able to see them off my iPad. If not, then hopefully, I will put also a picture of it up on the screen. I'm not sure which side, but it will be there. So if it glares too much, don't worry, I will have it up there for you as well. Alright, so this is a series I have been really enjoying. This is the arc. This is by Blood and Magic. This is book 2. From the Dragon Portal series by Jamie A. Waters. I got this arc. This is from Book Sirens, and I still need to do a video on that showing you guys what all that is and what it does and all of that type of thing, how you can get books and so forth. So this is one of my e-copy arcs that I need to finish up. I love the first book, and I'm really enjoying this. She is a fae. She is part Unsilly and part Seelie. And there's a lot of mystique about what happened to her as a child, some family drama going on, and then it's kind of like enemies to lovers as well, trope in this book as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. They are on a journey trying to find their keys that will close the portal that is weakening and opening up, that will let then the old gods come back to the world. So I'm really enjoying it. It's a great fantasy. I like the magic system that's going on. It is not just a free willy-nilly. There are consequences to it, and all of those types of things. So I'm really enjoying this arc. So I do really need to get it done. I think this one is either due March 15th or March 16th because the 2 arcs are like a day apart that I've got to get done. But I think this one may be the March 16th one. So the second arc, so let us get to that one. So this, I think, is book 1 out of the series. It's The Reclaimed Kingdom by Donna Claire. It's okay. It's probably not my favorite right now. I'm thinking leaning towards a 2 or 3 stars. It's okay. It's, like I said, I like the concept behind it. It's nothing, radical or, brand new, but it has a spin on it. Kind of figured out a lot of things at the beginning. There is a little bit mythology kind of creatures in it as well. It's good, but I will not rank it my favorite. So I think that's been kind of why I've been pushing it aside and not have read it as much. So I was super excited when I read the synopsis of it, and then when I started reading, it wasn't living up to what my expectations were of it. So this one's kind of more of a 2 to 3 stars so far. So we'll see how the second half of the book, this one I'm closer to 40% done with, I believe, from where I was at before I went back to the cover. So yeah, I'm almost halfway through with this one. If I really push hard, I will be able to finish it this weekend. I really need to finish it this weekend. Both of those books. So those are my 2, like I said, my 2 arcs. Both are from Book Sirens. I've really enjoyed that site. I have quickly been able to get up to 3 books. I think I started off with 1 book, then I was able to get 2, and now I'm up to 3. And that can be a double-edged sword going on with that. So yeah, that's what kind of put me in the hole this month. The next book, if I can get those two done, I want to pick up the Working for the Devil by Lilith St. Croix. This is an urban fantasy. I've been exploring this genre more. This is the second series that I've picked up. Haven't gotten very far into it. Of course, during the week I'm extremely exhausted, so when I do try to pick it up, I want to go to sleep, not because the book is bad, it's just because I'm exhausted. The next two books, I'll put the pictures of them on. I didn't feel like going and finding the dust covers and covering them. But the first one, The Killer in Me, this is a horror book. It is a YA horror book, so that is kind of interesting. She kind of basically connects with the killer, or can see through his eyes mentally and seeing the things that he's doing. She's trying to warn his next potential victims. They're not really taking her seriously because she is a high schooler. I believe she's in high school. So that has been interesting, kind of exploring that. Again, I haven't gotten too far into it. On the weekends, I tend to read 2 to 3 chapters and cycle my books, so I'm trying to find the one that sinks me in the most. This one I think has been my lucky winner so far this month of what I've read the most out of. This is 12 Kings in Sharakai by Bradley P. Beaulieu. So this is titled. I really like this actual book cover. It's pretty. I think it's pretty. But again, I'll have the pictures of what the actual dust covers or just dust jackets look like on the screen. This one, it was up for being DNF'd or unhauled, not DNF'd, unhauled in my last big unhaul that I did. That other video should be coming up next week, which you'll see it before you see this vlog. Anyways, I got to get back in that mindset. So I've been really enjoying it. I have read the most out of them. Like I said, when I'm cycling through my books, when one grabs hold, that's the one I tend to read the most out of. And this is a adult fantasy book. I've been really enjoying it, seeing her, the complicated life that she's living and seeing all the different plots coming together. There's a lot of side plots going on, a lot of side adventures and things going on. So like I was saying before, all the drama with the pets just went on. Fabulous. It's been a great morning so far. Alright, so like I was saying, with the 12 Kings of Sharakai, you are following the character Shada. She is an orphan now. She never knew who her father was, and her mother was killed by the 12 Kings when she was about 8 years old. So her life has been a plan of vengeance and getting revenge and bringing down the 12 Kings from hanging her mother and doing all these awful things to her, calling her all these bad names, and that she was a liar and basically a prostitute or whore. I hate saying those words. So it is an adult content. It is adult topics being addressed in this book. Family ties, family loyalty, friendships, being loyal to the people you say are your basically like family. So there's a lot of different concepts being discussed in this book, and I have been really enjoying it. That is why I have the most read out of it. I think I only have 269 pages left out of this very massive book. I think there's 580 pages. Yes, there are 580 pages in this book, so I'm over halfway done with it. After I read my arcs, this will be probably the next one that I pick up, and again, I'll bring you along with me as I do read on the weekends and all that good stuff. So, and I'll let you know if my opinion changes as I go. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's where I do a lot of my updates on the books and what my thoughts are on them as we go through. Mostly on the weekend, like I said, with work during the week, I don't have a lot of time for social media and my filming like I used to with this hybrid online teaching. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for this morning. I've got to go and get ready, finish getting ready for classes today, get everything set up. But until my next check-in, either later today or tomorrow on Saturday, I hope you guys have a great one. Until then, bye guys. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. I have some good news to share with you guys. I did manage to finish By Blood and Magic by Jamie A. Waters yesterday. After work, I got a lot of reading done. I read probably over half of the book yesterday and completed it, and I need to go back and work on my review for it for the Book Siren site, as well as the cross publications or reviews on Amazon and Goodreads as well. I did a mini review on there, but I just need to flesh it out because it was late last night when I did it, and I just want to improve it a little bit more. So I really did enjoy it. This was a continuation of Sabine and Malik's story. I would suggest, if you're interested in this series, to read it in order from book 1 through, because it does continuation with a lot of the events that happened in the first book. Excuse me. A lot of the things that went on in the first book evolved even more in the second book, getting more intricate as it goes through. So I would highly suggest it could be in theory a standalone book, but I think you would get more out of the series if you did read it in order. So that would be my suggestion. I did give it a 5 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy it. I love the way the author writes. It pulls me into the story once I actually have time to sit down and read. It just draws me in, the style of writing. It's easy to read. It's not hugely lyrical or complicated in structure. It's an easy read, and I do appreciate that from time to time. But it is a great world. I love the way that she talks about the Fae, the Unslee, the Seelie, the demons, the dwarves, the merfolk, all of that. It's just an awesome world. I have really enjoyed exploring it and learning more about it and all of those things. I have kind of 2 theories going on as to what's going to happen with Sabine, and I'm really anxious to get book 3. Hopefully Book Sirens will allow me to read book 3 as well. If not, I will purchase it off of Amazon for sure. But this is one arc I did finally finish. I was excited to read it and get through it. And yes, like I said, I'm looking forward to book 3. So far, I think there are 4 books total, and I don't know if the author is going to do more than 4. So that will be interesting to discover as I journey through this story, this series. So this is, again, the Dragon Portals series, book 2. So I did enjoy it. I would highly recommend at least this series. This is the first series of this author. Excuse me. Gotta keep Nick's away from the cameras. Alright, but yeah, this is the first series that I've read from this author, but I would highly recommend at least this series because I have enjoyed it by, again, Jamie A. Waters. Alright, get some updates on the other arc. I did get some of this read already this morning. I went from about 43% to about 57%, so I am a little over halfway through with this book. Again, this is A Reclaimed Kingdom. I believe it is also a series by Donna. It is getting a little bit more interesting. It is a YA fantasy, and it's a little bit more juvenile than I was thinking it was going to be. I don't think juvenile is a good word for it. It is just a younger feeling story. It is it's not on the same par as with Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass series, which is also, I would say, YA. It's good, but it's not on that type of quality. So again, I'm still debating on my rating right now. It's still a toss-up between 2 and 3 stars. I really wish that Goodreads would allow us to like I say, I really wish that Goodreads would allow us to do half stars, because I would say it was more like a 2.5. So I'm still debating on where I want to put it as a final review on it. Star rating wise, it's okay, but again, it's not my favorite. A lot of things are very predictable, and it's not as mysterious and mystique as I was thinking it was going to be. So it just didn't live up to what I hyped it up in my mind when I read the synopsis, which again, I was really thrilled about, looking forward to it, and it just hasn't reached the mark that I was hoping it would. So again, this is also from Book Siren. So again, just like with any book, it may work better for you than for me, and those types of things. But anyways, that is kind of my update on where I am with my arts. I hopefully will be able to finish this out this morning and then get started with my other books. But until later, until my next check-in, I hope you guys have a great one. Bye, guys. All right, you guys, I have a great update news. I did finish The Reclaimed Kingdom by Donna. I did finish it earlier today. So again, it was pretty much what I was thinking it was going to be. It just felt like the book just tried too hard. There were so many things that really didn't need to be in it. There is basically the lost heiress. She ran away, so kind of like the chosen one trope is going on with that. You have the love triangle going on with within this book, as well as either star-crossed lovers or fatal attraction lover type of thing going on as well. All of it just seems too much, and I mean, the writing wasn't bad, you know, it was easy. It was an easy read. It was just not something that holds my attention enough that if it wasn't an arc and I hadn't agreed to read it, then I probably would have put it down, because it wasn't the type of YA fantasy that I typically enjoy. I didn't really connect with the characters and really care one way or the other what was happening with them. Yes, the evil queen, she was taken care of and all of that, but it was okay. I ended up giving it a 3-star rating on Goodreads, and I did go on and turn in my review of it. You know, and that's the thing, you know, all books are not for everyone, and everyone, you know, goes in expecting things that they require to make it a 5-star rating for them. For me, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst of the book I've ever read by any means, but if you want to give it a try, let me know. If you've read Donna Claire and if you would recommend something else by her. This just wasn't, I guess, the more mature type of YA that I guess I'm looking for. A lot of angsty stuff in it and all that. And I know I'm an adult reading a YA, but there are some really good YA fantasy out there that, you know, is for everyone to enjoy. And it was, like I said, it was okay. It's just not my favorite, unfortunately. So that's kind of where I left off with it. Again, I wish Goodreads would allow us to do half-star, and it would have been a 2.5. Okay, so that is kind of my conclusion with that. You know, you want to go in loving every book, but also realistically, not every book is going to jive with everyone. So, all right, so I have made some progress. So I finished that one earlier today. Then I started with the 12 Kings of Sharakai, again by Bradley P. Beaulieu. Again, I love just the simplicity of the actual book itself. Again, I'll have the picture of the cover up on the screen for you guys for that. I think I've read around 20 to 25 pages more out of the book. My goal by the end of tomorrow to get into the 400s. Right now I'm on page 335, so I think that's a doable goal for tomorrow, if not further. But I do plan on doing some quilting tomorrow as well, so I'm going to divide up my day a little bit with that, and also need to do some editing for videos for next week as well. So I won't have as much time, so I think getting into the 400s, that's a little less than 75 pages, I think will be a good goal for me for this book. So maybe by the end of next weekend, I might have this book finished. So yes, March is actually progressing pretty well. This book is probably one of the biggest books I've read in the last couple of months. So it's going to take me some time to really push through my other books that I have. I think I have total 10 books that I would like to read this month. So, and I've already, also a side note, I did get the 3rd book out of the Dragon Portal series, but I won't read it until probably next month because I already have books I had planned for this month to read. So yeah, so I'm really excited to continue on with Sabine and Malik's story and see how the story as a whole progresses. So from there, yeah, so that is kind of my update with you guys tonight, and I will check it back with you again tomorrow. Bye, guys. Alright you guys, this is Sunday evening. I'm bringing you my update. Got Romeo in the camera and Nick's over here, and Jester is joining us as well for the wrap up of this weekend's vlog. I did make my goal in reading the 12 Kings in Sharakai. I think my goal was to get to around page 400, and I am currently on 484, so I went above and beyond my goal for this book today. I did not get any quilting done. I got vaccinated, my first shot for the COVID yesterday afternoon, and my arm has been incredibly sore, so moving it around a lot has been very painful today, but it is starting to feel better now after taking some Tylenol, and that has relieved most of the pain and inflammation and that type of thing. But anyways, enough of that. That was just kind of an aside. But I am so loving this series. I am so thankful I did not unhaul it when I did my massive unhaul this last week or so. I would have missed out on such a great story. There, I think, are 6 books total. The 6th one, I think, comes out in July, so I have between now and then to read the others. So I will probably be ordering them on Amazon to come on in, because I'm really enjoying it, and I want to see where Shada's journey takes her, because it is so good. Seeing the growing apart between her and Emery, and seeing her now having kind of an ethical or moral dilemma now that she is becoming part of the maidens, the Blade Maidens, I think that's what they're called, who protect the 12 kings. And now that she's joining them, she's having a conflict of interest, because she's actually starting to like some of the maidens, but she also wants revenge for her mother's death. So there's a lot of angst going on there. The should I or shouldn't I type of thing going on with that. But she's still after that, and then we got Ramad and how he's playing a part for their revenge against the Moonless host, who is trying to also take down the 12 kings. He wants revenge against them because they killed his wife and daughter in front of him. So there is a lot of different side plots going on and pushing for the actual main thread, which is Shada's revenge against the 12 kings, and basically almost a chosen one trope of taking them down. She has put herself into that role to do that. So like the gods are playing a part into it. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, I have in my bottle of water, so I can spray next if she messes with the tripod, if you're wondering what this bottle is for. But yeah, this is all I have left. Just probably less, about 100 pages actually, because there's 580 and I'm on 484, so a little less than 100 pages left. So I'm hoping, if I can read during the week, I will do that. If not, I definitely can foresee me finishing it in next weekend's vlog. Yeah, so that's, especially if I've already read almost 200 pages this weekend alone. Pretty much, yeah, today, almost 200 pages just in one day. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. So again, I get very little reading done during the week just because I'm so exhausted with the hybrid teaching. So yeah, I'm glad that Romeo is actually part of this, because he doesn't show himself very often. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that, and you'll see Jester wandering around as well in the vlog. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this weekend's vlog. I hope you have a fantastic week, or the week before you actually watch this when it goes live, because it's always a week late. But either way, I hope you have a great week. And until my next reading vlog, I hope you have a great one. Bye guys.